Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, you guys. Everything's set now, you guys. We're about to head into battle. We're about to head to a big banquet and just see what happens from there. Hopefully by the end of this, Clayman will be taken out and no harm will come to our side. Seems like we're pretty powered up and we're pretty like prepared and everything, which is, you know, not something we could have said in the past in terms of like the power, but also just like being prepared. Like we know what we're getting into now. So I'm hoping for a successful venture and for no plot twists and for no, you know, let's just go in and just lay waste. That would make me happy. I know it's a little bit less eventful perhaps, if there's no big plot twist, but at this point, I just really don't want to see anyone die again. Although now, like, I don't know, like, what kind of death meaning even has for many of our powered up friends. So, yeah, you guys, I will just briefly get into where we left off last time before we jump into this next one. But first, I do just want to say, if you are joining me early today, you know just what that means. That means that you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, we got a few things last time. For one, we kind of finished setting up, well, we got a new skill thanks to Raphael. And yeah, I mean, Rimuru just comes in, kind of was like, yeah, I just came up with this, just like in the last 2 seconds. And I mean, all right, Raphael's part of them, so I'll allow it, but Rimuru, taking credit. We came up with the skill that's going to make transport a lot easier. I'm sure that's going to come in really handy in the future as well. There are many times in the past I wish we had that, such as when we were trying to get back and forth between the school. And, you know, we knew that took a little while, particularly that last time when we had to do it where we ran into Hinata and you know, we couldn't get to the JTF in time. Of course, so much has changed since then. I mean, he's so powered up now. I don't even know if Hinata would be a match for him now, but that's that aside, because I'm sure we will deal with that at some point. Yeah, we kind of set everything up. We saw some of Milam's people, I guess. You know, when we met Milam, it didn't even really occur to me that like she has like a whole, you know, people that she's probably ruling, but I guess that kind of makes sense. Seems like if you're a demon lord, you're like lording something, right? Like you're a leader in one way or another. I guess you don't have to be, but yeah, so we're headed off to this banquet. Bunch of our crews headed off to the battle. The battle seems like we feel very confident about the battle, which I'm glad about. I don't want us to get overconfident, but at the same time, I feel like we are in a good spot. I'm just worried now that like something else is going to pop up that we didn't expect. You know what I mean? We do great on the show when we know what we're up against. When we don't, you've seen what happens. So, you know, and of course, that being said, we're definitely doing well on power now. So, and we got Veldora. We got Veldora as our, you know, in case of emergency, card. So yeah, guys, it'll be interesting to get to see all the demon lords because we know this one's called the Demon Lords. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to see Leon, and we know like Rimuru's kind of like, okay, first things first, but I'm sure we'll lay some groundwork maybe for later on and dealing with that whole thing, because I know there's more to that. I know there's more to that, and that's probably for like a whole other season or arc in and of itself. So yeah, guys, without further ado, what do you say we just go ahead and see what the heck is going to happen on the next episode of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Let's do this. Nice. Wow. Slow clap. Gee. How could he ever start a commotion? Just, oh boy. I mean, it's not like he's not subtle or anything, right? So he's not too upset. He must be planning on getting his soul somewhere else. Yeah, that Veldora. That's what we wanted to spread. Yep. We wanted everyone to think. Yeah, we want to keep the whole Rimuru's powerful as heck thing under wraps. Yeah, we've definitely gotten control of Milam. Let's know what he said about the pawns. Didn't he say he was gonna think that he was just... Huh? That's more like the Milam I remember. We got some... They're pretty cute. Oh. Frey seems nice. Don't know, but... Oh. Oh, we have some outfits. Right. Uh-oh. Don't tell me that has something to do with the control. Frey, you seem so nice. This is worrisome. I hope this is just a nice friendship thing and this doesn't have anything to do with the control. Oh dear. Yeah, no. This is definitely how Clayman got control. Oh no. Are they in league for real? Demon Marionette. Back off! Milam! Oh no, Frey, you're not decent. Promise? Get your foot off of her. What's wrong with you? He really is awful. What the heck? What's a self-defense circuit? Oh. I don't even think he could hurt her, could he? She seems pretty strong. Oh, you mean to say you're using Milam as a weapon to get what you want? Oh. Guy Crimson. He looks so much like Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. I can't unsee it. Platinum Devil. Oh, I think we've seen this individual in the theme. Is this a customary greeting or? What is happening? Who is that? And what is happening? Okay. Okay. So he is a small fry comparatively. Okay. So this person's a big deal. Okay, so we're putting this together. Yeah, seems like we need a lot of harmony for this to work. Oh, we just wanted to reel you in a little bit to come to Walpurgis and figure it out for yourself. Leo doesn't seem like he's super involved in like the whole social aspect of the Demon Lord thing. He's not down with the flirting. He seems like kind of a live and let live kind of Demon Lord. That's just kind of Rimuru, though. So we like Rimuru. We're not sure about Rimuru. We don't like Clayman. We don't want to fight with Milo. Huh? He's like, I know. Oh, so word's getting out. Okay. Who's this? Don't tell me this is the dragon that got sealed away by Milo. Probably not. Oh! This is VELDORA'S sister! Spy? Huh? That's what we wanted to get out. How did you get that on the first try? That's kind of scary. Oh, see, that's kind of what we were trying to avoid people knowing. We kind of wanted to... Well, dang it. Sounds like they kind of got our number. Not fully, but... Rimuru seems to be the talk of the town. I don't know how I feel about that. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. Unless he got a new reason for living, like manga. Who is the specific target? Why, when, and where? He wanted to take the kids in? Experiment? There's just an awful lot of things that even though we tried to kind of get the attention off of us, they do lead back to Rimuru. Oh no, do I even want to know? From the Empire, but we don't know the details. Merchant! Oh no! It's not, the human merchant guy. What? Who are you trying to summon? It seems like he's pretty desperate to do whatever he's trying to do. Okay. Oh boy, Rimuru's just stirred things up here. I don't know what that means, but I'm a little bit afraid. Wow, guys, that was really good. Okay, so I, for one, am really loving getting to know all the different demon lords and see kind of like their interactions, their goals, pursuits, agendas, style, personal style. You know, if you're a demon lord, you know, you're probably going to have quite a bit of flair in your in your look and your design, which is always fun to see. We know that Guy or Guy, or however they said it, spelled Guy, but it sounded like he said Guy, unless I heard it wrong, has been around almost as long as Milam, or they've both been around a long time. I don't think they were specific on who came first or how long it's been, but it's been a while. And they're both very strong. Interesting what would kind of set off the alerts for them. You know, the whole thing with Clayman, and Clayman kind of like, so this helps puts it in perspective a lot that like Clayman's a very, very lower on the tier kind of player in terms of like all the demon lords, which, you know, when you first get to see him, you're like, oh my God, it's a demon lord. And for a long time, I thought he was the one kind of like manipulating everything. But now I see that, he's actually kind of a like small fry. So him marionetting someone like Milam is kind of a big deal and kind of a no-no. So that kind of helped put that into perspective for me. But yeah, guys, you get some people who have been around long enough and are clever enough, and they're going to be able to connect the dots about Rimuru pretty fast. So interesting that, I don't know if they had told us before that Leon was the one, so it sounded like he's the one who summoned the kids, and he was trying to summon someone specifically, and he used to be human. All of that, I cannot remember. I honestly cannot remember if I knew all that. But at least now I'm refreshed on it if I didn't know it. We knew the kids were summons, but like, maybe they had said who summoned them. I don't know. So yeah, we knew he was trying to summon someone specifically. We don't know who it is. We know he has an informant who is a merchant. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a human merchant that we've been working with in the JTF? Was it a merchant? I feel like it was a merchant. I can't remember their name, but like I would know them if I saw them. Because I kind of know that because it was like one of the few humans we were working with who is like, you know, back when we had the whole thing happen with the JTF, it's like, okay, well, but this person wasn't. And like Fuse was human, but there was another, there was definitely, I think, like a merchant. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they're not like a super huge part of everything, but they do show up from like time to time. All right, guys, color me intrigued. Because I want to know more about Leon, what's going on with Leon. And all signs are just kind of pointing back to Rimuru. So that's kind of not good. But we don't really know. I mean, here's the thing about Leon. I'm not going to say it's like lawful or moral good to be doing like the summoning and stuff. I mean, obviously we saw the kids were in really bad shape until Rimuru came and helped. But, you know, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say he's like good, but like, we also kind of don't quite know, like, the alignment yet. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's a lot we don't know about Leon. And there's a lot more to know. So, I guess I'll just leave it there. Because, I mean, we don't know. Maybe Leon will end up being at least, like, the lesser of two evils. When it comes to, like, whoever it is we're really up against. Alright, guys, that was a lot to think about in a whole different way. Like, we had, like, all our battle strategy that was a lot of, like, exposition kind of, like, setting up. And that was, like, a lot of juicy gossip exposition. So, definitely all a lot to think about. But, yeah. Alright. Next up, Walpurgis, you guys. Should be interesting. Should be entertaining, as was said in this episode. I agree. I think it's going to be, whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but I think it will at least be entertaining. So, really, really great episode. I loved getting to meet another demon lord. VELDORA'S sister. Like, dang it. So, VELDORA'S got a son. VELDORA'S got a sister. Like, I need to see his family tree. But yeah, good stuff. All right. I guess we'll see where this is all going. I'm very intrigued. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. And please, please don't leave me out, Walpurgis. You know I'm going to need you. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.